The fifth season of The Crown was a lot darker this time. Britannia is a metaphor for the monarchy, and this has been emphasized by a lot of characters. And so the fate of the yacht, which unfolds in the final episode, makes the ending of Season 5 all the more heavier. Here's what happened at the end of Season 5. We'll also look at what we know so far about The Crown's Season 6. First up, Dodi and Kelly's relationship. We're introduced to Mohammed Al-Fayed and his son, Dodi Al-Fayed, in the third episode of the fifth season. And then again, we see both of them in the last episode. What we know is that Dodi wants to buy a house in Malibu with his girlfriend, Kelly. He then also flies her to London so she can meet his father. And Mohammed doesn't try to hide the fact that he doesn't like the American model. Over dinner, we see Mohammed questioning her a lot and telling Dodi to be cautious at all times. In the same scene, Mohammed also questions Dodi's career path and tells him that he keeps making films that turn out to be flops. Yikes, that's harsh. To top this off, Mohammed also tells his son that the only thing he's ever been good at is women. And so seeing where Dodi is at that point, Mohammed thinks he still has a chance to be smart and win the lottery. If we look at his crude words, it's clear that Mohammed doesn't think Kelly is a jackpot, but we, as the audience, can already tell that Dodi's next date will probably be okay with his father. At the end of the episode, it looks like Dodi asks Kelly to marry him. When news came out that Dodi was dating Princess Diana, Kelly told the press that she was engaged to Dodi, and at the time, Dodi said that they had never been engaged.
You were a socialite.
Congratulations.
Thank you, John.
This is funny old business.
Coming up, Prince Charles's visit to Hong Kong and the new Prime Minister. Charles makes plans in London for a less exciting trip to China to watch over the transfer of Hong Kong. He complains that it's too far for a 3-day trip, but then maybe adding a pleasure cruise on Britannia with Camilla Parker Bowes might be worth it. This longer schedule would also give him the chance to meet privately with the new Prime Minister, and this is a man Charles hopes to work together with. You see, The Crown is about more than just the royal family. It also shows how British politics have changed over time. So in the last episode, Tony Blair wins the election by a huge margin over John Major. In 1997, the UK gave Hong Kong to China, and this was the end of 156 years of British rule. Blair and Prince Charles both went to the handover ceremony, and afterward, the Crown shows Charles having a private conversation with the new Prime Minister. He tells him the royal family needs something like that, referring to the fact that Britannia will soon be taken out of service. In these pretty unpredictable times, the future of the Crown and Charles' own royal goals will depend on how well he gets along with Blair. Mark Boland agrees that Charles and Blair could be a great match and moves to make the plan happen in secret. At this point, we already know Prince Charles's mother wasn't going to be happy with him having a private meeting with the Prime Minister on the Queen's yacht. What's more, Princess Diana going for a vacation. After meeting Mohammed and his wife at a play, Princess Diana agrees to take a trip to St. Tropez with them on their yacht. This is the start of her relationship with Dodi. Khalid Abdallah, the person who plays Dodi, talks about how people pay so much attention to the crash that they miss looking into the great summer that Dodi and Diana spent together. It's pretty sad when we're watching their relationship building, especially since we know how Diana's story ends. When we look at pictures of Diana from that time, we can see that she was very happy. Khalid says that having those scenes with a happy Diana, Dodi, a character who makes Diana happy, has been a lot of fun for him. It seems like Season 6 will probably show how their relationship grew before they both died tragically in August 1997. Elizabeth Debicki, who plays Diana, thought that the last scene where she was packing seemed full of hope to her. According to Debicki, there's a lot of sadness, but there's also a sense of choice, a decision to move on and start a new chapter and also a new experience. If you think about it practically, it's great to spend time and enjoy life with your kids, go on vacation, and have fun with the people you really love. So the scenes where Diana is packing for the trip just feel really heavy, but also lighter at the same time. Lastly, the dramatic end. After spending her birthday with her family, the Queen has to deal with the fact that more and more people in Britain don't like the monarchy. Tony Blair, the Prime Minister, officially took the royal yacht Britannia out of service. This is obviously a huge deal because the yacht was Her Majesty's favorite place to live. In fact, the episode ends with the Queen taking one last look around the ship and remembering the past. But even though the royal yacht has been put out to pasture, the Queen reminds a power-hungry Prince Charles reports that he can't talk to the Prime Minister behind her back, and also, she'll be the monarch until the day she dies. The Queen also insults Charles's relationship with Camilla by calling it an affair. This sets the stage for what we now know will be a lot of tension over the next few decades. That is, of course, before Charles and Camilla were finally allowed to marry. And now for everything we know about The Crown Season 6. First up, the timeline is recent, but not really. After a lot of interviews and leaks, we now know that The Crown Season 6 will start in the summer of 1997. Season 5 ended right before Princess Diana and Dodi Fade met for the first time, so the rest of the season will follow the series' pattern of showing around a decade of the royal family's life, including William and Kate's first meeting. Oh, and let's not forget Tony Blair's time as Prime Minister, too. It's also likely that the show will talk about the deaths of Princess Margaret and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, which appeared in 2002, just a few months apart during the year of Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee. The show's producers have also confirmed that the show will not continue into the present day and that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship won't be talked about. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the show's creator said that he follows a sort of 20-year rule where he prefers to talk about things that happened 20 years ago. So hey, if you were expecting a dive into the very recent events in the royal family, you're out of luck. Up next, Princess Diana's final days. The next season will pick up where Season 5 left off, which means showing the Princess of Wales' last days before she died in a car crash. Let's also keep in mind that the crash also killed her boyfriend, Dodi Fade, and the driver of the car, Henry Paul. Netflix has confirmed that the series will only show what happened before and after the fatal car crash. What's been made really clear is that since this is an event that's been talked about so often, it'll be treated with great care. A spokesperson has also said the exact moment of the crash impact will not be shown. Debicki and Dominic West both said in an interview with Entertainment Weekly that they want The Crown to handle the tragic event and its aftermath delicately. The actress told the outlet that she's glad Peter and the whole crew, who make the show, do a very thorough job when it comes to research, and this is why they're the best at handling everything with sensitivity, truth, and complexity. Finally, some new people will be joining the cast. The Queen and Prince Charles, played by Imelda Staunton, and Dominic West will keep on enacting their roles. Evan Leslie Manville, who takes over for Helena Bonham Carter as Princess Margaret in Season 5, will have more time in the sixth and final season as the Queen's younger sister. Apart from them, 3 actors have been chosen to play Prince William and Kate Middleton as teenagers and the young adults in the 6th season of the show. 2 actors will play different ages of Prince William, and 1 actress will play a young Princess Kate. The Crown will be the first TV show that all 3 actors will be in. Rufus Campa will play 15-year-old William in episodes that show the time after his mother, Princess Diana, died in a terrible accident. Ed McVeigh will take over the role of Prince when he is in his late teens and early 20s, and Meg Bellamy will play Princess Kate, who he dates basically. And on that note, that's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on the way Season 5 of The Crown ended? Also, what are you expecting to see in Season 6? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.